Welcome back to the game developing hyperbolic assembly line chamber of completion. Okay, so this is a chamber. This is the hyperbolic game development chamber, a chamber designed specifically to pump out games to zombify the masses. So the goal is to have every human being playing one of these games and their eyes are glazed over, their life is falling apart, and they are sucked into this game because this game is all that matters. So that is the goal, and maybe not the complete goal. There's some truth and some false to that, but yeah, so that's the goal. We've been making astounding progress in the game development chamber. I'm actually glad of the project I chose, because we've been able to make really good progress on it, and also it's small enough that I can see the end from the beginning, and also I'm being tested, so it's just been a good project. So I'm hoping with each project we can grow the scope a bit more. And yeah, this one is also a project I've been meaning to make for a long time, so I'm just glad to finally get it out. It's akin to, I think the great thinkers probably compare this to carrying around a big rock, right? And you carry around this big rock for so long that when you finally let go of the rock, actually you get a lot of dopamine because it's just pure relief. It's a lot like holding that big dump that you have within you, and then when you finally get home and let it out, there's just nothing like that feeling. Or when you finally scratch that itch. So this project is hopes to be like that. So we spent a lot of time working on it, and it doesn't feel that great to hold, but I think we have to make sure we don't fall into the infinite cycle of holding on to it so that we never let it go. So this one, I think I can definitely see the beginning from the end. There's definitely some things we need to figure out, but these are going well. That being said, let me just update this really fast, and I'll give a quick sneaky peek. So I've made a lot of changes. I optimized it so that it can actually be played on a mobile screen now. Also, there was a lot of hackiness required to make certain that the game actually does work on mobile, because Play Canvas runs in the browser, and there's a lot of nonsense going on with the way the keyboard shows up. So I don't have the mobile build, but this is the aspect. I also added some code to make sure the aspect ratio stays in the goal area. So this is about the size of the screen. The interesting part to solve here with this game is that the keyboard is going to take up a good portion of the screen. So what's going to happen with the remainder that's left? There's going to have to be a lot done to optimize that space. So that's where we are currently at. And right now, I think the next goal, and it's actually kind of fun, I do want to add a bit more variability in how the words are coming down, because right now you can pretty much call the words and it's not a big deal of challenge. But I'm thinking of adding a couple different things that can make me change things up a little bit. And then additionally, the thing we're going to be working on going forward now is to make sure that we can build a base, a level 1, and that'll kind of be like a litmus test for if this. I'm going to be honest, the game's going to be released anyway, so it has to be. So it'll maybe be a litmus test for if it's even fun to play, but it should be fun to play even in this crude form, which it kind of is. But I do think the fun of the game is in like how far you can last or how far you can go. So I'm going to try and take a Candy Crush style approach with it, and the first aspect of that today is either going to be building out the playback system. So I'm thinking of a system that's just going to play back a recorded set of commands that'll pretty much be a level. And then I'll build a couple more enemy types. And both of these shouldn't take too long, so the session might be a little bit shorter. But I'm going to be on later again tonight working on this, so it really never ends. So from there, I'll start the timer, and yeah, so like we said, definitely want to get that working, and then I kind of want to hide that alert that keeps popping up. That was just to make sure the aspect ratio is making sense. And then the playback system plus more enemy types. So I was thinking I should probably create a couple different, and right now they're just going to vary in size. So we have a typable, and I kind of want to base a new entity off of typable, but I'm pretty sure entities aren't composable like this. Or maybe they are. If I create something like a simple typable, it's just the two scripts typable and typable text data. So maybe I can create something like there's no difference between these enemies except the assets would be slightly larger. So would I just create another? Can you template a template? If I click new template, I have templates in here, and then I have another one in scripts. Or maybe, oh no, it was in sprites. Oh no, maybe I don't. Can click add instance. Yeah, maybe this is something we'll handle in code. Or I could, or you can, or maybe you can just create a new entity. No, this would just create a new entity below it. What if I just created the general new entity? This would be, let's just say, this would just be an enemy 1. Or a small enemy. And then what if I drag typable under it? And then it would still be linked to the same template, because I'm pretty sure if I change something like the scale, right, that would change. Or maybe it won't change. So I guess this is a template instance. Well, yeah, it's a template instance. So, for example, if I create these two are next to each other. For some reason, I can't actually see the image on this other one. Okay, now I can for some reason. Or maybe I think I see what's happening. Maybe the way that things are rendered. Okay, maybe the way, yeah, things are rendered in the engine. Now, if I were to change, let's just say something on the original typeable, like the font size to 20. Right, so this, I updated the font size. Updated the font size. Updated the font size and it didn't change the original one. So maybe there is something that can be done here. So from here, buddy, please. From here, from here, from here, it seems like it's unknown how these are supposed to be shared. Buddy. I mean, it feels like you should be able to swap templates. Buddy. It feels like you should be able to swap or be able to share the templates. It feels like you should be able to swap the templates. Ugh. It feels like you should be able to share the templates somehow, but I'm not exactly certain how that would be done. It would kind of suck to only be able to create enemies in code. especially if we want to do other stuff in the future. Let me try one more time. What if we change the test text? What if we change the test text? Actually, that wouldn't really change anything. We already tried changing the size. That should change something. What if we change the color? We change the color and then we apply it to typable and refresh the page. Surely both. Yeah, it still doesn't. Color doesn't update at all. Let me see if we can find some play canvas templates. Okay, there doesn't seem to be a lot here. Nested templates. Instances of other templates of children. For example, imagine a tree template. So we modify the position of tree / branch 1. This will create an override of the tree template. Now let's say we modify the position of If you apply the override to the tree template, then other branch templates will remain unmodified. But all tree templates will pick up the change. Overrides are always relative to the selected template instance. So if you apply the override to the tree template, then select tree / branch 1, you will see that that branch has the override for the apple. In this example, tree is a template that consists right, and then in this example, tree is a template that consists of branches which are instances of the branch template. So you have a tree, bark, branch 1, apple, branch 2, apple, apple, branch 3, and 3 apples. this example, tree is a template that consists of branches, which are instances of the branch template. Each branch template consists of instances of the apple template. Oh, we'll get an override for the tree and also for the branch. If you apply the override to the branch template, then all branches everywhere will pick up the update. If you apply the override to the tree template, then the other branch templates will remain unmodified. So it looks like we can do what we're trying to do. But it looks like I need to apply it this isn't the one I changed the color on. So, I don't understand. We have a typable. This composable structure is what would be ideal. And then if we look back up here, only the first one is changed. So maybe I think I see what's happening. To get this to change, I think I would need to, for example, if I turn typable off and I apply all, I'm pretty sure it'll be off. Oh, it's not off in this one. Yeah, it's not even off in that one. Oh no, we do have to. All right, I'm going to delete this one. This is the one we've always had, which is this one. Wednesday, December 4th. No, it's actually this one. We have it since December 9th. I'm going to delete this one. and this is no longer a template instance. And if I drag this into the scene, and then I change the text, then I click apply all, right, I think this is what we were trying to do. So we just had a case where we had a little bit too much going on. So you have a typable, and I think you can just duplicate the element. It says I have 4 text overrides. I'll move it over. I'm pretty sure you can just rename it. To have a small enemy, and we just make one more test. If I rotate this like this, I think if I rotate this like this, it's 5.4. If I move this to the side and then apply it, okay, now this is working as intended. And then here we'll have the test text. The other thing we'll have is the other thing we will have, right, I wanted to vary them by size. So here we can just create a small enemy. I'm just going to use more assets that are just literally pulled straight from the Play Canvas UI. And then for the small enemy, I'm just going to change the texture to this instead. Okay, and then I'm just going to make it bigger. Okay, that's not really a small enemy. I guess, yeah, I guess we can keep this the same size. And then from here, And keep this the same size. And then now where I was creating, I think we should be able to make this a template. Does it make sense to just... Yeah, I think this is fine. Now where I was creating a typable, maybe they don't have enemy in their name. Or actually, wait, where is it? I'll just change it to small typable. And yeah, it'll be easier like that. You can change this to create typable. We can pass in a type. Add the typable template name. We should be able to respawn this. Nice. Fit odd UW dry bet. So this is perfect. So I think that is actually a fine place to stop, and I think we'll be back. I'm gonna do some more later anyway, so I think this is fine.